our Lord and Savior Blue Crystal 007, their secret agent, has come to save us all.
God bless.
And the stream looks to be back up and running. Finally, we are here and able to cast. And yeah, not sure exactly what those technical difficulties were. Hopefully they'll be fixed for future broadcasts. But for now, we have some slickety smooth streams here. The pick next is Hard Rock 3 from Texas after Virginia opens the match, winning both of the tapping picks so far, both DT2 and DT3 going in their favor. And
then
Texas continuing
their own no mod 4 tech pick, not by a whole lot, but still a point on the board.
Yep, and continuing to go into some more tech. This Hard Rock 3, pretty funky, a little bit techy, a little bit reading heavy, a little bit of rhythms almost. I would probably call this tech though still. There is also an amount of slider parts in it as well. Some of the rhythms are pretty weird as well. It goes somewhere between rhythm, tech, and alt, so it is very much so a gimmick Hard Rock 3. It fits very well into the slot.
Very much. And with Hard Rock making this OD10, accuracy on this map becomes quite a scarce way to increase your score. Yeah. But if you're able to hold pretty consistent accuracy, even if you miss, you could still hold a score lead, which is very important.
Yeah, especially with how we'll be seeing probably a lot of low accuracies. I wouldn't be surprised to see even some sub 80 accuracies, but probably most players going to be sitting somewhere in the range of 85 to 90, I would imagine. Maybe going down to low as 83, but Texas, they're going to have some really good players for this one. Both Shy Cryo and Thor. You know, Shy Cryo really got the gimmick stuff. I don't know what's going on with the cursor at the moment.
Panic.
But
Shy Cryo is not synced up.
Yeah, but Thor, you know, you call up the player recruiting services office, and you ask them, can I have a player who plays both easy and hard rock? And the man they're gonna give you, that's this guy right here on your screen. That's Thor right there. Yes, he will play
that is my tournament
for you
right there.
Yep, and we're already seeing some pretty good accuracy, 93. Actually, on the other side, however, we do have to give credit to Ozai holding a 96 at the moment. That is really good accuracy considering some of the weirder rhythms in the beginning parts of this map. And it only gets weirder as the map goes on.
Kron did drop an early miss at the intro of the map. There is still 5 FCs on the board, 3 for Texas, 2 for Virginia. Kron will be dropping another miss. Thor will trade that out as well. It is now 2 FCs versus 2 FCs. Score lead very minimally in the side of Texas. The only way they're holding this is not even by accuracy. It was just a combo. Crossing the halfway point here. Ozai is still holding. Waffle also still holding, but with marginally less accuracy.
Yeah, and it really just is the slimmest of margins on the combo advantage here. Just a tiny lead of 10,000 scores going to the ending, but there goes.
Oh, and it will flip. No head missing will flip the score, but it's still so close. We're getting into the last bit of the map. Ozai will miss.
Yep, traded between No Head and Ozai. It's just Waffle on the FC being matched by
just Shy Cryo and Waffle.
So slightest of accuracy advantages on this one. You look at the sporting combos, it's Kron matched by Thor and No Head matched by Ozai roughly. But just the ever so slightest of advantages in the favor of
advantage from Ozai holding 97, and Shy Cryo will miss. Waffle is still holding score lead, now ballooning upwards of 60k.
Yep, and
this is just a break point for Virginia.
Yep, damn. Texas letting this one slip a little bit too far out of their hands. Shy Crowd not holding on for quite long enough, and Waffle closing out the FC and closing out the first break point of the match for Virginia, as that puts them up 3-1. Yeah, Loac SS.
Gotta give credit to Ozai though, holding 97.5 almost. Holy.
Yeah, that is some really impressive accuracy. That's going to put in probably all I want to say that was really a lot of that score difference, especially throughout the map, holding them close when the breaks didn't really go in their favor with an early break from Kron that went untraded, and also when I think it was Ozai who had a double miss in quick succession, which only one of them got traded out by No Head. So yeah, the accuracy putting in a lot of work, holding them on until Waffles was able to close out the FC over Shy Crowd. But now the pick does go back to Virginia. They've won on the DT3, the DT2.
I think there's one.
There is the Nomad too.
Yeah.
But there's no speed. There's no Nomad speed map. It's not a free mod speed map either.
That Nomad 2 is also like 170.
Yeah. I mean, if
Nomad 5. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, Hard Rock 3 was kind of like a tapping map, given it has those weird rhythms, but it's more like a rhythm control type of tapping.
We will go into Nomad
Instead?
Precision though.
Yeah, and this is going to be a totally different angle from what we've seen so far. Just 2 tapping picks into the low AR ICS map. This is going to be some CS 8.8 AR8 action. A little bit of short one as well, just 2 minutes 11 seconds.
Yep. For Texas, I don't know who would play Precision. Probably Boral, Laron, maybe Thor, and No Head. For Virginia though, we have Bliplo most likely. Bliplo, Ozai, and possibly Kron. Kron just kind of plays everything. And then Ozai is apparently their Precision player, so they just need 2 field players to kind of support him.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Precision players is usually they're used to the high AR from the maps like the Hard Rock 2, so we'll have to see if he's able to play the Nomad
There is a reading
and the lower
aspect
ARs.
to this map, which makes it kind of funny to act correctly, or even play correctly for that matter.
Yeah, surprisingly difficult to act for some players. We've seen some, some score posts here and there in the OSU chat and the general chat of the 5USC server. And some of these accuracies, they're a little funny sometimes, I'll say that much.
I do expect Thor to play this. Apparently he feels pretty good today about playing the game, because he doesn't have to play after work, so.
Alright, I mean, that's always a W.
I know.
So maybe we'll see Thor, and we do see Laren as well.
Yeah, No Head, Laren, Thor, for Texas.
Yeah, Thor definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then Kron, Ozai, and Bliplo will be coming in for Virginia.
Yeah, a little bit...
about what we expected. It should be a
No Head makes a lot of sense. The only thing I'm a little bit questioning of is Laren. I don't particularly know him as a super big Precision player or a low AR player, but I mean, well, maybe it's one of those things where you look at the team sheet and you just pick whoever has the biggest number. And hey, maybe he practiced this. Maybe he's got some stuff up his sleeve that he's gonna whip out.
I believe in Thor. It's my goat right there.
Yep. Well, we are into the map. Get your magnifying glasses out. Can you even see this? If you're watching on Twitch Mobile, you probably cannot, but I mean, if you're watching on Twitch Mobile, can you see anything anyway? Regardless. We do have some aim mapped to those beautiful Kotoha vocals. Players holding so far.
Actually, and we got a 4-way miss, and everyone has broken except for Ozai.
Everyone's gone, but Ozai.
Then Ozai missed. All right, there's no FCs on this map. This map's also really short, being under 2 minutes here, so these misses will be very impactful.
Yeah, and I mean,
wait, did No Head get a Bancho miss?
I think that is a Bancho miss, yeah. And Ozai, despite holding on a little bit longer than the rest of the lobby, that is... well, it did have a pretty good lead for him, but I was going to say it's dissipating, but No Head also is going to trade it right back.
Is that a real miss? I think that's a real miss.
I think that's a real miss.
Okay, well, we have Thor and Kron basically matching each other, Laron and Ozai also matching each other, and then that combo from No Head will be bringing the lead slightly in the favor of Texas. This map will be wrapping up very soon.
Yeah, and everyone hitting the big jumps too, no one getting caught out there. We do have one last little section here, ending in another jump section with the score lead so close as
Ozai misses.
It's still, the scoreline is still super close, and he misses
If
into the
Bliplo
section
misses
could
now
lead to a
or
score flip.
Kron, yeah. No head misses. Wait, and what the fuck? What is happening?
Straight
the
up,
score lead is so close.
Thor still holding on to the big combo
And
smash.
Texas will take it.
Flips.
Oh yeah, this is Texas B team. And they will be trading breakpoints. Next pick will be for Texas. Wow, that is. I love my 4-star precision maps. This is great.
I mean, when the CS is almost 9, you can't really go any higher than 4 stars. I'll say. It would not be so kind to the players in 5-digit to put CS9 at anything higher than 4 stars. It looks like Kron had a little bit of lag as well, and Ozai and Thor also having a little bit of brain lag. I mean, you know what?
He's old. It's fine. That just happens.
And on top of that, we're all from NA, you know. How does the old nursery rhyme go? You know, something fat, my brain has delay, you guessed it right, I'm from NA. Something like that. Looks like we have a timeout, and Waffle is asking there's timeouts. Both Kron and Ozai are also a little surprised.
Holy.
Have these guys played tournaments before? So, gonna be Texas taking a little bit of a break to discuss how they want to continue their match strategy, as Nomad 4 tech barely working out in the favor, and then continuing to push on the tech aspects. Hard Rock 3 biting in the butt there.
If you're Texas right now, you lost both the tapping picks with Jexy and Leon on your team. So equalizing on this pick is very important.
Yeah, I will say they did lose at least the DT2 quite handily. The DT1, or sorry, the DT3 was pretty close, just a gap of 77k, with FCs from, it looks like, Laren and High Flying Fruit. That might be a 1x SB from High Flying Fruit and Waffle. But the supporting combos from Jexy and Boral not quite there, as they did find a couple shit misses. On the DT2 Carnation, it was a little bit of a different story, as Waffle Ozai with some pretty nice ack on their 2 FCs, only matched by Boral, which, while he did have a better ack on his FC, it was actually Laren all the way down there at 400k, making quite a difference in Texas's suffering on that map. So, and it's not just a 400k, it's a 400k with 93 ack. So the tapping,
this could be a hidden 3.
It's a little questionable.
This might be a hidden 3 angle.
Yeah, I mean, we did see the easy 1 ban from Virginia, and although Texas did ban the hidden 1,
hidden 1's a lot more mechanics leaning.
It is a lot more mechanics, and it does go along well with their Nomad 1 ban.
Yeah,
and the general tendency for Virginia to pick mechanics, and for Texas B to pick the techie gimmicky stuff. So it looks like they will be going with a hidden 2. Which does make sense given Virginia's easy 1 ban, but I will say the more and more tournaments you play, the more you realize that easy reading and low AR hidden reading are 2 very different things. And even within easy reading and low AR hidden reading, there's such a breadth of skill sets. Of course, in hidden you have, you know, the classic overlaps and perfect stacks, and then you have rhythm and breaking the rules of distance, time, spacing equality, and then you have just aim as well.
Wait,
awkward
did Texas
aim.
Lose their pick? What happened?
No, I think the Bancho is just having some Bancho moments.
Okay. I was very concerned.
Yep. think the ref did put it on the map, and it just didn't register because Bancho's being really cool today.
Thank you, Peppy.
Yep, thanks, Peppy. But here we do go. Into the lobby. This hidden 2.
Banger song, by the way.
I've seen a lot of people talking about this hidden 2, saying it's a map that's really hard for your all-rounder players who can fill hidden 2. But if you're an actual hidden 2 player, then you're going to do really well. So in that sense, it's pretty specialist pilled. And I think the reason for that is because it's a lot of flow aim. And hidden flow aim is already a hard enough skill set on its own on normal ARs, and then you slap AR8 on top of that, and the difficulty or the speciality sort of goes through the roof with that.
Yep. I can't play hidden flow anyway, so it's all impossible to me. You know that, you know. All right, we will be getting into the map. Also, under 2 minutes, so if you missed pretty early in the map, it will be very important.
Yeah, it's another short one. And also the map only gets harder the longer it goes on, so you really want to hold on to this early combo. You cannot miss it in the intro. If you miss it in the intro, your combo is cucked.
Yep. Rosters for Texas will be as expected. No head, hidden player, Boral, Phil, consistent player, and Shycrow, who loves hidden. For Virginia, we have Kron, Waffle, and Bliplo. Same roster as the previous map, I believe. Bliplo's pretty good on the low AR reading. Kron, again, the fill player for Virginia. We'll be missing, though, on a random note. Was that Bancho? No, that wasn't. And then Waffle, also pretty good on the low AR hidden reading. So far, everyone looks pretty comfortable, aside from that early miss from Kron. 3-way FC for Texas, 2-way for Virginia.
Yeah, and here
Go ahead, getting the first chain miss, though. Boral is holding an SS.
The map is getting harder. These curves, these angle turns, and there goes Boral on one of them. They just keep
just like that. It is just 2 FCs. Shycrow and Waffle. Never mind. It's just Waffle.
Just barely missing. But there's still a small lead. Waffle needs a little bit more time for this lead to come back this way. And there he goes on another big chain miss of his own. No head going to be trading out, so there's just no combos left in the lobby. Boral has the biggest one at just about 200, and that score lead is further inching in the favor of Texas.
Boral, go, please!
Boral holding on for dear life into the ending.
Waffle, another double miss. There's a whole
chain miss from Shycrow. That's like 20 misses or something. You cannot be chain missing like this. But I think the lead has mostly stabilized.
Oh no! Bliplo holding through that section. The only combo in the lobby right now. Texas recovering a little bit. Score lead still in favor of Texas, mostly because of the accuracy. If we
mostly calm down into the ending.
Yeah, the accuracy overall for Texas is just that much better. Kron holding under 90%. Waffle holding around 90%. Accuracy on these short maps are very important for keeping that score lead. That's all right, and they will be winning their breakpoint pick, equalizing the score 3-3. And now the ball is back in Virginia's court.
Yeah, breakpoint consolidated for Texas, and we are sitting at an equal ball game. Maximum 2 picks left for each team, and it's going to be an instant DT1 pick, just continuing to run down that DT pool.
All right, so for Texas, this is probably going to be Boral, Laron, Jexy. I don't think Thor wants to play high AR or double time in general.
I mean, he does love his hard rock.
That's true. Cryo has been skill pushing a high SRDT, so maybe she'll want to show out for this DT1. He will.
I mean, if you do have a player who can just FC this map, it is just 6.1 star Giga DT1 farm. It's
true.
Kind of in an older style a little bit. It's not. It doesn't really feel like 2026 mapping, I'll say. It feels a little bit more like 2018, 2019. Maybe some of that kind of stuff that older players would farm back in the day with DT. You know, the angles are comfy, but they're not slop comfy. And of course, there's still a couple triples and quints mixed in here and there. So yeah, no, it's not quite slop, but it is
John DT1.
Yeah, it's John DT1. It's the kind of DT1 that you would see slop pulled all over the place back in like 2020 and 2021 and stuff.
Is Thor in? Oh my god. Is Thor playing
It
this
looks
DT?
like Thor might be in. Looking on the other side of...
Is this Thor DT? Oh my. What timeline am I in?
On the other side of Virginia, we do have High Flying Fruits. They're a good...
Mechanics DT
speed
player.
specialist.
Of
Yep,
course,
Mechanics
yeah.
and DT.
Waffle the all-rounder field player. And Ozai as well. Being a pretty solid just mechanics player in general as well. Thor will be in for this. Thor, I expect an SS.
Yeah. A little bit surprised not to see Kron, and given his high skill cap, and this is kind of one of those maps where you just, you know, you want to just, if you just have the good mechanics to never miss on this map, then you should just be in for this every single time. But
this will be our first AR 10.3
feel a little
DT1. The last two pools we had were like 10.1 or 10.2. So we get a proper airline DT map.
Yeah, that is true, and yeah, as you see on your screen, it is just DT1, the map. And we do see a couple bursts here.
Yep.
A little bit of action.
We'll be just slider breaking.
First miss.
No head also just slider breaking. Oh, Texas, please. 3-way FC for Virginia. Looking pretty comfortable on this overall. I mean, you have high flying fruit. He's just looking really strong on this, holding 98% accuracy. This guy plays double time. Laron doing his best to try and cover for his team, but his lead is almost 200k already.
Yeah, I mean, they have a three-way FC still being held on Virginia. Texas, just Laren to match, and Thornton no head on some recoveries. They are building up nicely, so should some misses come in for Virginia later on in the map, there will be an opening for Texas to pull this back, but that score lead is growing quite large, 300,000. And
no head will be dropping another slider, though. Laron dropping the FC
as well.
This might just be over already. If Thor misses this, yeah, there's still a 3-way FC. I don't think there's any way Texas can come back from this. Last third of the map. I mean, high flying fruit his accuracy just keeps going higher. It's almost 99 at this point. Oh, dropping little act. Never mind. I mean, Ozai also holding 98.8. Score lead is just so far for Virginia. Damn.
Yeah, and there's another confident DT pick for Virginia. Ozai going to be having a slight misaim into the ending Kiai, but this pick is more than over. That's going to be a million score gap in their favor as we approach the end of the map.
I mean, look at Thor. That guy's been holding for the past, like, rest of the map.
Fortunately, unfortunately, too many misses early on, and Waffle and High Flying Fruit looking to close out their FC's 98 and 97.5 act.
Yeah,
on their parts. That is 3 million team score.
God damn.
That is 3 million team score despite Ozai's miss. Thank you very much, 1.2x DT multiplier. We love you so.
Holy team score.
So Virginia gonna be confidently
when you see it. Thor score. Do not look.
Yeah, when you see it. When you see it, point at your screen, do the meme.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Virginia confidently taking their point in another DT map. That is 3 out of 3 DT maps they have won. They are 3 for 3 on that mod pool. Maybe they'll make it 4 for 4 afterwards with the DT4 pick, but that...
Well, DT4 is tech, so that could be a Texas pick for all I know.
It very much so could be, and I have a feeling that's why they have been avoiding it so far, why they prioritize the other DT maps over the DT4 until now.
Can we get like a hidden 3, please? Can we get a hidden 3?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It is a little bit alty. The BPM is a little bit low, but no, they're going to be going for the other alt map, and I do find this one to be a bit gimmickier. It is the No Mod 3. This one is a good amount of rhythm to it, and also some buzz sliders, which are 1/3 tick earlier, or even a 1/6 tick earlier than you might expect. So very easy to slider break on the buzz sliders as well. If you tap just a little bit late, even if it would normally be 100, that buzz slider, that slider ball has already gone back and forth, and you will lose your combo.
Those are very misleading because it looks like you could hit a 300 and then you just slider break.
Yeah. If anything, you do want to intentionally tap a little bit early.
Yes.
But yeah, I do feel like this is a pretty good pick for Texas if they do want to go into the gimmicky stuff. This has the rhythm, this has some weird sliders, and this has, of course, the aim control that you'll normally get from alt. It is a little bit on the snap side, despite the swing nature of the map. Swing maps usually having quite a bit of flow aim to them. The flow alt, they do lean in that direction a lot, but
very much so.
I might just be lying because we did have Bibbidi Bop in Grand Finals last year, Hard Rock 3. That was snap swing alt.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun. I don't know. I wasn't here last year, so. And
Yeah.
Thor is currently screaming at clouds.
All right. Well, we do
Oh, man,
see
screaming at clouds moment.
the rosters in the lobby. It's gonna be Laren again, playing
And
a
Cryo.
lot of maps
Let's
today.
go.
Accompanied by Shy Cryo and No Head.
And then for
Go ahead.
Virginia, we have, again, Waffle, Kron, and High Flying Fruit. We've seen all of them before. 2 field players and the 1 player who could probably pop off in FC this map. For Texas, I expect pretty good scores from Cryo and No Head. Laron probably gets 600 or 500k on this just to give that extra supporting score. He can play alt at a pretty good level, but the other 2 are just very consistent.
Yeah, I mean, this is alt. It's not a skill set we typically see really high scores on, and even more rarely see FCs. Usually, those are reserved for the major league teams, even in the early rounds. And especially for something like a more gimmicky No Mod 3 like the one we have here.
Yes.
With
Also,
the 1/3, the swing rhythm.
This song is just like one of the best songs in the pool. I love this song.
It is a pretty good song, Atarashi Gakko making lots of bangers. Even had one of their songs pulled in 5WC in 2025.
And as we get into the map, there will be an early break from Laron and Cryo. No Head still the one to hold here, but this map is fairly long, 3.5 minutes. So you could really just miss anywhere in this map. Waffle missing on one of the snaps there.
Yeah, and here comes the snap section. I mean, it is just a normal 1-2 jump at a little bit of a higher BPM than normal. So I don't think players should really be struggling with this ever, but in Match Nerves, we've seen stranger things happen. It does look like everyone will be holding nicely to that section, but High Flying
Ooh, High Flying Fruit and No Head. We're caught off by the flow pattern.
Yep,
Shy Cryo caught off by a slider. Laron holding so far, trying to match Kron here. Holding a 450 combo. And Laron dropping the combo. It will just be Kron now holding for Virginia. And they will now see each other's scores. Oh boy.
Despite that, there's only a 1,000 score advantage for Virginia at the moment. These scores have been incredibly close throughout. As we go into a little bit of a flow section, it's going to be High Flying Fruit breaking on a slider right at the end of it. And here we are in the bridge. Shy Cryo are going to be on a bit of a delayed trade, but those trades are in the favor of Virginia. Kron still holding on to this big combo. I believe the only
struggling a little bit. Oh, No Head missing a double, breaking his combo. Laron, the only one again to hold for Texas. Waffle and Kron held pretty confidently through that section, though. Kron building up that combo, 750.
And No Head was a Bancho miss, so they do have a little bit of recoveries in case Virginia resets, but they would need both Kron and Waffle to break if they wanted to come back. Still half the map remaining, so still good amount of time, but
yeah,
the more time.
No way!
Missing the air.
Oh my
And the longer this map goes on, the more
no.
keep closer and closer to closing shut in Texas's face as Virginia inch their way closer
is just
to a break point.
Kron still holding strong. Almost 1k combo.
And this section
also. Yo! Never mind. Kron just missed on nothing.
Bottom left. The trade from No Head and Waffle is still holding the biggest combo in the lobby.
Oh my god. If Waffle breaks, it's Kron to hold. Laron to hold. This could still go back. This could still go back. Oh my. Laron breaks, that won't help. Cryo is still holding this last section. If Waffle and Kron find more breaks, it could come back. Waffle needs to break now. Waffle needs to break now. Oh my god, please. And Cryo misses. Oh, that might be it. Wait. The school leader's still climbing back. 20K. Oh, no.
Is it a spin win?
Spin, please. Oh, I think they're getting spinner gapped. Oh, man. No, that was so doable, too. And that will be a breakpoint for Virginia. Oh, wow, that really came down to the last, like, sixth of the map.
Yeah, incredibly close. Just some lots of just absolute chaos in the ending parts of that map. Couldn't really tell which way it was going. It was really going back the way of Texas, but some big chain misses at the end from Shykro, and even Laren dropping his combo in the last couple notes. Plus the ending spinner looks to have done it, and yeah, not a single score above 500K on the side of Texas either.
Damn. Match point and breakpoint for Virginia. It is now their pick. They, what do they pick here? Oh,
I mean, we could just see them on the DTs again. But that last DT is a tech, right? I mean, no, Force Mod 1 is Force Mod 1 is banned.
Oh wait, true. Never mind. So probably a Hard Rock 1 might come out from them. Something that like leans heavily or more into. Oh, they're taking their time out now. Actually, they might have no picks, or at least no confident picks.
Texas taking their timeout earlier, reminding Virginia, or perhaps letting Virginia know that they also have a timeout because they didn't seem aware of it earlier. But yeah, I don't think this is a situation where they have no picks, or I think it's just they're sort of figuring out how they want to use their last pick of the match, because it is the final pick. It does carry a lot of weight, and especially with how things have been going, it's been really weird. The DT3 was a little bit close, but then the DT2 went quite handily in their way, and so did the DT1. So looking really comfortable on all the tapping. And Mr. Ref, I'm not sure if that's how that works, but maybe it is. Usually in tournaments, if you get a timeout on your pick timer, you get to give your pick at the end of the timeout timer, but maybe you have some different rules.
And they will pick hidden like 3, actually. They will be picking the hidden alt.
Yeah, and it looks like
they're trying to, I guess, go off the momentum of the previous.
Canceling the timeout as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as we saw in this match, alt is kind of, it could go either way, just depending on who feels better at that moment in the match. Yeah, alt really is one of those toss-up skill sets unless you have someone who's just incredibly confident on the skill set. All right, Cryo, lock in. Tiebreaker is 10 breakpoints.
It is interesting that they pick it. It's a little bit more on the snap out side of things. We did see quite a bit of flow patterns in the previous No Mod 3. It also does have the hidden mod attached to it, which, I mean, not looking so great on the hidden 2 was Virginia, but I mean, they do have players who can play it.
I'm expecting Cryo to be in there for sure. Laron maybe. And then No Head, obviously. No Head can... Oh, Boral also could come in for this. He's pretty confident on just everything, to be honest. That guy plays everything.
It does look like Virginia's timeout did end up getting used.
Damn.
Unfortunate for
them. It will
them.
be No Head, Cryo, and Boral to come in for Texas, and then Virginia is looking like Waffle, Bliplo, and Kron. Bliplo coming for this no mod instead of, I think it was Ozai who played the last one, right? I have like
yeah, it was.
Oh, it was Fruit. It was High Flying Fruit.
It was High Flying Fruit. Yeah.
We'll have Bliplo instead of Fruit.
Yeah, Waffle and Kron, their main duo of all-rounders, playing a lot of the maps and then only stepping out when the specialists are needed. Bliplo makes a lot of sense, you know, putting out 500k on the hidden 2 earlier. And then Waffle and Kron do look to be their other two players
Cryo,
for the
please.
hidden
I'm
mod.
on my knees, Cryo, please.
Are you crying on your knees, shyly?
I might. Map is about the same length as a Noma 3, about 3.5 minutes. It is technically 240 BPM snaps, instead of the other map being 228, I believe. CS also is going to be 4 instead of 3.2. Bit more heavily on the aim side, but there are some siders that could catch you off.
I mean, one thing to point out
properly.
One thing to point out is that 220 something BPM on the last map is pretty fake considering its swing. So you sort of have to take that BPM either 1.5 exit or multiply it by 0.75 if you want the actual alt BPM, which would be somewhere in the range of 160, 150 or so. This map, it is just going to be straight 120 BPM. It's also air 9.3, so perhaps a little bit dense. And some of the rhythms can be a little tricky to read, especially with hidden as well. Some of the distance, time, spacing, equality rules are a little strange, we'll say. Well, maybe not necessarily broken, but a little bit strange here. Not going to be tripping up anyone so far, however, as we do have
still 6 FCs. There's still 6 FCs on the board here. Kron holding an SS. Boral No Head will be the first to drop before the Ki. It's not looking good already. I hate it here. Bliplo, Waffle holding really high AC FCs as well. Kron still holding that SS. And then Cryo is going to be the only one holding for Texas right now.
And there goes Bliplo right at the end of the first Ki, but this map also probably one of the easier maps in the pool, if not just the easiest one straight up. I know there'll be some arguments, especially from people who cannot read the hidden modification against that. Some vehement comments in the chat, I'm sure. Or maybe just keeping them in your head, but you know, this map is definitely on the easier side of the pool. And we're seeing that on our screens on full display. Waffle and Kron still holding on to the FCs. Shakro as well. All these players holding on to incredible act. Not a single player below 98 flat.
Yeah.
Here we go into...
Cryo will be dropping! This is not looking good. Oh no.
Yeah, and that
Waffle
previously
still holding the FCs. Oh no.
200k has climbed to 300k. Bliplo will drop his recovery, but that will
just the consistency from Waffle and Kron is carrying this point. They are effectively 2v3ing right now. Oh my. Please. I need an asteroid to hit Virginia right now. Please. No Head will be dropping right after the break, which will not be helping Texas at all. Boral the only one to hold.
And Bliplo gonna be finding a little bit misaim on the snaps.
Waffle will be
finally does go down, but it's 400k
it's too much. It's
in the hole, and the march of Virginia towards their victory has become inevitable at this point.
No.
They will be the ones making a 5-seed upset over Texas B, grand finalist last year, and they will be beat. But this year they are sent down, knocked down to that losers bracket, and Virginia are the ones to take this 6-3 and move on to the upper bracket quarterfinals.
The match. Texas, why? GG's. Man. Virginia looking pretty strong this year.
Yeah, coming up from 11th seed, but having that old big boy USC veteran
Kron
from Kron off the back of her FC on the last map. They'll be securing their win and their spot in the round, in the quarterfinals round.
Yes.
Of the upper brackets. Congratulations to Virginia. Texas going down to the lower bracket to face the winner of Oregon versus Colorado next week.
It's okay. Texas will sweep losers bracket. It's okay.
winner of Oregon versus Colorado. Virginia going to be moving on to face the winner of Florida B versus Kentucky B. That's going to be C3 versus 14. Florida looking to be a heavy favorite, and they have historically done really well in the early stages and made plenty of deep runs. Or at least that was in recent years. From I remember, I do have to check that sheet again. Unfortunately, I don't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, Florida really strong last year at least, and they do look to be really strong again this year. I think it only was in recent years where they got a really strong B team. So yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup for Virginia. But of course, best of luck to them nonetheless.
Best of luck to Texas in the losers bracket run. And I believe C Team Texas is also in losers bracket, so there is a chance we could see a repeat of last year, B Team versus C Team.
Yeah, just not in the upper bracket this time. It would be in the losers, and Texas C are in the losers. There are on opposite sides of the losers bracket, so it would have to come at quite a late stage, basically second round of finals. We'll see if both teams make it there in due time. But for now, that has been all from us. I've been blessed. This has been my co-caster, Sirius. We do have more matches coming your way Saturday morning. That is when we are starting our big block of weekend matches. Starting at 18 UTC, we have New Jersey B versus Illinois B, followed up by 19 UTC. We have two Major League matches, North Cal A versus Texas A, and New Jersey A versus Illinois A.
Right there.
Don't miss those. We're starting nice and early on Saturday. Make sure you're up on time for that stream. But for now, that's been all from us. We'll see you guys next time.
Texas sweep!
Thank you very much to Blue Crystal, our wonderful streamer who stepped in at the last minute midstream when we were having technical issues. Thank you so much for saving us all. Thank you so much. Everyone give a thank you to Blue Crystal. Thank you so much. Anyway, that's all from us. See you later, guys.
Goodbye.